Inside every heart, a silent war is raging between two masters. One whispers pride, greed, and desire. The other calls you toward kindness, humility, and peace. The life you live depends on which voice you follow. Today, let me show you the path to the truth, the only path to real freedom. In the human soul, two masters fight for control of our hearts. One is the master of self, also called the prince of this world, and the other is the master of truth. The master of self is rebellious and uses weapons like passion, pride, greed, vanity, and selfishness, which are dark forces. The master of truth is humble and uses weapons like kindness, patience, purity, sacrifice, humility, and love, which are life forces. Every person experiences this battle, and each heart chooses one side, either self or truth. You cannot serve both. As Buddha and Jesus said, no man can serve two masters. Either he will love one and hate the other. Truth is simple and does not change. Self, however, is complex, sneaky, and full of desire, making people believe they can satisfy all worldly desires while also holding onto the truth. But those who love truth must give up their selfishness and always guard against self-seeking behavior. If you want to understand and live in truth, you must be ready to give up everything. Truth can only be fully seen when you let go of the last part of yourself. The eternal Christ said that to be his disciple, you must deny yourself daily. If you are willing to give up your desires, prejudices, and opinions, you can follow the narrow path of truth and find peace that the world cannot give. Giving up self completely is the perfect state of truth, and all religions and philosophies are steps toward reaching this highest goal. Self is the opposite of truth, and as you let go of self, you will be reborn into truth. As long as you hold on to self, truth will remain hidden. While you cling to self, your life will be full of difficulties, pain, and disappointment. But in truth, there is no pain, and you will be free from sorrow. Truth is not hidden or complicated. It is always clear and visible, but those who are blinded by self cannot see it. Just like a blind person cannot see the light of day, people blinded by self cannot see the light of truth. Truth is the only real thing in the universe. It is harmony, justice, and love. Nothing can change it. Truth does not depend on any person, but everyone depends on it. If you look at the world through the lens of self, you will see everything in a distorted way. If you are proud, vain, or driven by lust, everything will appear through the fog of those feelings. If you think only your opinions matter, you will miss the bigger picture. The main difference between a person who follows truth and one who follows self is humility. True humility means not caring about your own opinions and seeing them as less important. A person who follows self believes their opinions are the only truth, and they see others' opinions as wrong. But a humble person who loves truth knows the difference between opinion and truth. They treat everyone with kindness and do not try to defend their own opinions. They let go of their opinions to love others more and to live the spirit of truth. The person who has the most love and charity has the most truth. Many people argue, thinking they are defending truth, but they are really defending their own selfish interests. The person who follows self fights against others, while the person who follows truth fights against their own selfishness. Truth is unchangeable and eternal. It does not depend on your or my opinions. Whether we defend it or attack it, it remains the same. People who are ruled by self believe their own religion or beliefs are the only true ones, and they try to convince others of this. But there is only one religion, the religion of truth. There is only one error, the error of self. Truth is not a belief. It is an unselfish, pure heart. A person who has truth is at peace with everyone and loves all people. You can tell if you follow truth or self by examining your thoughts, heart, and actions. Do you have negative feelings like suspicion, hate, envy, or pride? If you do, you are ruled by self. If you fight against these feelings, you are ready for truth, even if you don't belong to any religion. Are you selfish, always seeking your own gain? Or are you kind, selfless, and willing to give up your own desires? If you are selfish, self is your master. If you are unselfish, truth is what you love. Do you seek wealth? Do you fight for power or leadership? Do you seek attention or praise? Or have you let go of the love of wealth, stopped fighting, and accepted a humble position? If you still desire these things, even if you say you worship God, you are still following self. But if you have let go of these desires, even if you don't speak about your faith, you are in the presence of the highest truth. The signs of a person who follows truth are clear. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna describes them as fearlessness, focus on wisdom, self-control, humility, kindness, truthfulness, patience, and love for all living things. Such a person does not seek revenge, is not proud, and has a gentle and pure heart. They are always ready to help others, and their mind is at peace. When people forget about truth and become lost in selfishness, they make their own rules to judge others, often making their religion the standard of truth. This causes division and conflict, bringing sorrow and suffering. If you want to experience the birth into truth, the only way is to let go of self. Let go of your desires, opinions, and attachments, and truth will be yours. Stop thinking your religion is the only true one, and humbly learn the lesson of love. Understand that all holy people, no matter their religion, are saviors of mankind. Letting go of self is not just about giving up material things. It is about giving up inner desires, selfishness, and errors. Giving up vanity, desire for wealth, or self-indulgence is part of finding truth. You may give up worldly things, but if you don't give up your inner selfishness, you will still suffer. You can remain in the world and still renounce selfishness. To be in the world but not of it is the highest perfection and the greatest peace. When you begin to overcome self, you will start seeing things clearly. A person who is ruled by passion, prejudice, or self-interest sees everything through their own biases. But someone who is free from passion and prejudice sees things as they really are. They have no need to defend or conceal anything, and they live in peace. The person who achieves this state of truth lives with angels and is at peace with the Supreme. They know the great law, the origin of sorrow, and the way to freedom. Such a person does not engage in conflict or condemnation because they understand that the world, blind to truth, will eventually come to realize it. This person remains kind and compassionate toward all. Men cannot understand truth because they are attached to self. When they stop loving self, they will find truth and experience true immortality, the spiritual immortality of truth. People often chase pleasure, luxury, and vanity, but when they experience pain and sorrow, they realize the emptiness of self. They let go of their selfish desires and seek the eternal truth, which brings real peace. People move from evil to good, from self to truth, through sorrow. Sorrow and self go hand in hand, but only in truth is all sorrow conquered. If you suffer disappointment or regret, it is because you are clinging to self. When you enter truth, you will no longer suffer from disappointment, regret, or sorrow. Self is the only prison that binds the soul, and truth is the angel that can open the gates. When you follow truth, you will find freedom and peace.